Okay. And we're stable. And we're back. And we're back with Frostburn. And
We're
grading
sorry.
the... Huh?
We're
That's
sorry.
fine. We're just grading the prestige classes here. Prestige classes was actually one of the better parts of that book, honestly. But yeah. And to remind everyone, or anyone who hasn't seen this before, this is our grading scale. Yeah, so S is classes that actually do something unique that you wouldn't be able to do inside of the system. A is for something that offers a unique experience and actually pulls it off well. B is good ideas that work well enough. C is fine. You run up other parts that are like subpar for no reason, etc. D is has a good couple of features, but is littered with worthless junk, or the classes played offer, but the designer forgot that D&D is a combat-oriented game that happens to have non-combat parts and will make you feel useless in a combat encounter. And F is worse than just taking levels in a core class that does the same thing. Also, the plus and minus are wiggle room for feels. And the scale isn't so much a power scale as it is a fun scale. The power still kind of comes there because powers tends to be fun, but you get the point. All right. Starting with this thing, a cloud anchorite, which is a lot of words here. Let's see. Yep, we sure are looking at movement abilities.
This is kind of movement ability as the class.
Yeah. Monk. All right. Yep, this is a monk prestige class.
Is that a monk prestige class?
Yeah, here, monk abilities, levels stack with their monk levels for turning
Oh,
unarmed
yeah.
damage and AC.
Well, that's not going to help you.
Yeah, that's not going to help you. Let's see. So, climb speed. Okay, I guess you can have climb speed. Wisdom of the Mountain
Okay.
adds wisdom to physical stuff. Okay, or movement skills. That's not terrible.
Move. Yeah, fast movement, climb speed, slow breath.
That name had more potential than it reads. It's like, oh, you could do a slow breath, so things within your no, it's just you breathe slowly.
No. It's you breathe slowly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I got excited for a second here.
Yeah, I don't think it's good. For bonus feats. So
Okay.
bonus feats, the best of which are probably things like great fortitude.
Yeah. Possibly skill focus or doing something weird. Has fast movements. Resistance to cold. +4 balance checks. Can continue to walk. Nothing. Okay.
Can walk across water and stuff, which is cute.
Yeah. Acrobatic charge, which is cute. Walk on cloud. Okay, you have airwalk once per day. No longer have a maximum age. Will never. Yep.
So my problem is that it doesn't fucking do anything.
Yeah, this is pretty much.
It's here's a bunch of traversal stuff. It doesn't help at all with that combat side of things.
Yeah, as I said earlier today, movement is half of a class. You still have to actually do something when you get there.
Yeah.
I think this is just.
I'm gonna go D minus.
Yeah. I am tempted on F on this one even, but I'm just going to go with D minus as well. Okay, what's going on here? D minus. There we go. Cryokineticist. You actually have to be able to manifest energy emanation. I think that's just one level in the class, though, so it's not a big deal. Let's see. I remember you did silly, but not exactly a great shit as well. Let's see. Launch a first ray that freezes water and deals damage to living things. D12 cold, range touch.
It's a better cantrip. You can just get infinite of them, which is cute at least. Just a cold, get bonuses saves against their stuff.
Yeah.
Get psychic abilities of move action. Gives you a icy fist that does bludgeoning and cold damage.
Yeah, D6 bludgeoning, D8 cold damage, which is cute.
Lasts for a number of rounds equal to level, but there's nothing stopping you from just remaking it as another move action.
Yeah. Bolt of Cold, 3 times per day. 60 foot, 3d6 cold damage. Weapon of Frost, which is, yeah, cold to your weapon. Yeah, Frost special ability, literally. So you don't have to rely on the fist thing. Frostfell creature inside, +2 inside bonus attack and damage versus anything with cold subtype. Okay, that's okay at least. Cold Walk. Yeah, that sure is a Ribney ability.
I mean, if you actually are in anything lower than freezing temperatures, it is basically flight.
Yeah. Yeah, all directions.
It does cost you power points to do, but still
Yeah.
not bad.
That's a PowerPoint per round. It's probably a decent amount. Or yeah, you probably have enough PowerPoints to field that pretty easily.
Yeah.
Infernal Cold, +8. Say there's a cold resistance 20.
Its resistance goes up. Better
Better
weapon.
Frost. Yeah, better Frost weapon.
You can also then apply it to your fist as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Wall of Ice. Full round action. Expend Psionic Focus.
There's infinite wall of ices that just cost your Psionic Focus.
Yes. Without Hustle, it's every other round, because at best you have a move action to regain it.
Still not bad.
No. Wall of Ice is more realistically useful than single target save or die with with an actual weak save on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strangely CC on what is otherwise basically a melee combat class, realistically.
And then the capstone is a 30-foot burst around yourself that does 96 plus 21 cold damage.
Any creature that fails save must succeed a fortitude saving throw at the same DC or die due to extreme shock.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not that bad.
No, it's
like the fact that it gets class features that aren't all limited use per day. It's like, yeah, you got like a cheap little rare frost thing. You just get an ice fist if you want it. You just get frost on your weapons if you want it.
Yeah.
Infinite walls of ice. You can definitely find some sort of shenanigans to do with that, I'm sure.
Yeah, unless your DM loves to throw nothing but flying enemies at you, infinite walls of ice will be useful. Period.
Yeah.
You will find somewhere on a battlefield to put a wall of ice, and it will do things. I think this might. Yeah, this is probably in the B territory, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say B, maybe a B plus. I could definitely see some fun being played with this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for B plus. I'm feeling generous.
Yeah, I'm giving it a plus for not making all of its abilities use per day.
Yes, that's also
which is so common.
Yeah, its capstone is once per day, but that's fine. It's capstone.
A capstone being once per day, and the 3d6 damage ray is like 3 times per day. But everything else is effectively infinite use.
Yeah, and you're only going to need to make
so.
Yeah, and you're going to need to make so many range attacks a day, anyways. It's more like an extra little thing. And you can still fall back on the cantrip if nothing else.
Yeah, you have the cantripy one, anyways, which is better than every other cantrip that exists in 45.
It's not hard, but yes. Disciple of Thrym. Let's see. You sure do cast spells.
So weapon focus, great axe, non-good, intimidate, survival, base attack bonus. You do need the endurance feat or the cold subtype. Either one of those is actually obtainable fairly easily, though.
Yeah. Yes.
What is their tree or their skill tree or skill list?
Their skill list is.
Or not, sorry, spell list. Sorry.
Spell list is right here.
Hibernal healing is a big heal that you just can't do anything for, if I remember correctly. Ice Storm, Wall of Ice, Stone Skin.
Very cold oriented, but that's to be expected.
That's expected.
Glacial Globe of Invulnerability, which I'm pretty sure just affects fire things.
I believe so, yeah. Okay, doesn't get Cone of Cold, which would be the best like attack spell.
These are divine. That's kind of annoying. It's like if these are arcane, I would say okay. Yeah. So realistically, you get a bunch
Which explains why
of
I don't get Cone of Cold, because that's typically
yeah.
an arcane spell, not a divine spell.
That's true too. But yeah, these are arcane. Is like okay, you could just take arcane strike and ignore the spell list.
Yeah. It's a full BAB class.
Yeah.
Gets good will save. So if you went into this from something like Fighter, actual ability wise, besides the spell list,
some fire protection. Add 2 times your strength bonus instead of strength and a half to 2-handers.
but bonuses while in cold areas.
Add frost to great axes.
Once per day, big blow that does an extra d6 per 2 levels.
Oh, you're eventually immune to fire, which is great if you're cold subtype.
Yeah, I mean that is one of the things that get you into this. Which getting immunity to something you take double damage from is great.
Apparently cut off some abilities here.
Dispel fire.
Oh no, it wraps over here. Okay, so that eventually becomes icy burst.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, extra dispel fires.
The abilities are cute. You get access to a bunch of spells that are a lot of utility type stuff. Like it's not an attack spell list.
No.
If you were something like a cold subtype fighter that did fighter to get the BAB requirements and weapon focus and all that jazz, and then went into this, it'd probably be fine. Especially if you get rid of your cold or your fire weakness.
Yeah.
And you don't really lose too much, so
No, it's distinctly fine.
yeah.
I don't know how much use you'll find for your spells, but you'll probably find something.
Yeah, it is still very much focused on wanting to be in cold areas and deal with the whole hot, cold, fire and cold type stuff.
Yeah.
But like fog cloud's a perfectly fine spell. Sleet storm can be useful. Ice storm can be useful. Walls of ice
Yeah.
on a spell list is still nice. Gives like if you did this went fighter into this, it'd give you a lot of control-y trinkety type stuff you wouldn't normally have access to. And you're losing some feats if you go into this from fighter. That's pretty much fine.
It's probably worth it the spell casting, honestly.
Yeah. The spell casting some extra damage on a great. Like if you're going to use a great axe, just get some free cold damage on it.
Yeah.
And better strength because of the powerful grip.
Yeah. Yeah, so you do a bit more damage as well with it. I think this does go to a B.
Yeah.
I'm not tempted to give it a plus or anything though.
No, I don't think it's worth a plus or anything, but I think it's further than B. I think you could you would not be upset going into this from a martial class.
No. If you didn't care about the immunity to fire, you might.
I mean, you get the immunity to fire no matter what, but
oh, it's like at 10th level. I'm just wondering if stop after 4 levels. You have powerful grip and frost on great axes. So
you could also do dip and get a couple spell levels.
Yeah. It goes up to level 2 spells there too. Yeah. All right. Frost Mage.
Frost Mage.
Yep.
Do you want to be an ice focused wizard?
Yeah. Well, let's see. There's full caster progression. You just straight up gain more natural armor.
Yeah, full cast progression. You gain natural armor. You get resistance and eventually immunity to cold. Conjure ice beasts, and basically as you go up, the different conjure ice beast spells.
Which free spells are free spells, regardless of what type of caster you are.
Animate snow.
Piercing Cold, Meta Magic Feat, and bypass all resistance and immunity to cold granted by spells and spell effects of magic items.
Yeah, so you can't use magic items to protect yourself from cold. Eventually get full immunity to cold, but does make you vulnerable to fire because basically like piercing cold is the big thing if you want to do ice related stuff.
Yeah.
because you can get around a lot of defenses. Not natural immunity to cold, but any additional immunity to cold people throw up you can ignore.
But yeah, but effectively it's the... Yeah, it lets you ignore the extra stuff, so they can't get around your stuff with a magic item, which means your only trouble is like frost giants and white dragons, really.
Yeah. Like you can't cast, cold resistance or cold, or like can't cast like element resistance or element immunity to get around it.
Yeah. Which is good if your DM was doing that stuff in the first place.
Yeah. And a handful of extra spells. You lose no spell casting out of it, you get some natural armor.
Yeah.
So like you'd almost be fine doing like a 4-level dip if you want to do an ice-based caster with no real loss. Because you'd just be getting some extra spells, 2 points of natural armor, some resistance to cold, and piercing cold.
Yeah.
You really don't need to go all the way down to 10 unless you really want immunity.
Yeah, so if you're a wizard, that's a meta magic feat anyways. So you've basically done wizard plus for grabbing 4 levels of this.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I'm jazzed about here, but it is better than being a sorcerer technically. But
yeah, I mean, it's not a. It makes something work if you want to do it. It makes an ice focused character work better.
Yeah.
And
But
there's no penalties of any sort to it. Really.
Yeah, the gain knowledge is an okay feature as well, but like,
yeah, it's extra spells.
It's like how much of this is just, or like how much of this is just the piercing cold feat, really, or meta magic feat, which you can just take anyways.
Well, except the normal benefit doesn't let you do the
it doesn't
ignore resistance or resistance immunities.
That's true, but it's also a question of how
that's the extra benefit of doing this class.
That is, it's more of a question of how often does your DM even do that stuff, though.
It's situational.
It is situational. It is nice to have, but yeah.
I said, even if you don't use that a ton, you still get cold resistance and some natural armor. Makes it a little bit tougher. Yeah. And again, you don't lose anything for it besides going into a different prestige class.
Yeah. Cold resistance is nice to make up for the fact that you're fighting a white dragon as well, and you could.
Yeah.
You are still a normal spellcaster, so you can, cast non-cold spells if you really want to.
Yeah, you still have access to everything.
Yeah.
That doesn't prevent you from casting fire spells or anything weird like that.
I don't know. I guess this is. It's kind of hard. Is this a B or an A?
I don't think it's an A. Yeah. I wouldn't put it as an A. I think B is fine.
Yeah, I think B is fine too. All right. Frost Rager.
It gets a Frost Rage.
Yeah, well, okay, more specifically, it has to have Frozen Berserker, which gives it the cold subtype when it's raging.
Yeah.
Which notable...
Also needs improved unarmed strike and power attack.
Yeah, yes. Because you are doing punch with this one.
Yes.
Yeah. Of note is, well, that gives you the... There is one in Sandstorm that also gives you the fire subtype, so you can just be immune to both and not care.
Yep.
There's nothing in one that prevents you from taking the other.
Yeah. So you do Frost Rage, you get some natural armor. You get some icy claws that basically do your unarmed strikes do better damage, some slight cold damage on them.
Yeah.
Immune to attacks that cause wounding effects. No bleed, anything like that. You automatically stabilize. You do still take a hit point damage if you're doing the actions while you're at 0 or negative, but...
Yep. Frost Rage eventually improves to 6 and better unarmed attacks, basically.
Yeah, 1-2 punch is an extra attack when you do a full attack action.
And -2 penalty, which is not a big deal.
Actually, when making an unarmed attack. So anytime you do an unarmed attack, you get an extra attack. So even if you standard actions, single swings, or charges, whatever, you get an extra attack.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, if you're charging, you can actually make 2 attacks instead of 1.
Yeah.
And the -2 penalty matters even less.
Immunity cold, you heal whenever you take cold damage.
That can be cute with a coordinated party.
Natural armor bonus goes up. Your damage on your fist, your thing during rage goes up.
You get rend.
And then you get a rend, which you're going to be able to naturally do to attacks any round you attack anyways. So, perfectly fine
Yeah.
if you want to be a ice-based rager. Works great in a party that does have someone throwing around cold AoE spells because they heal you.
Have you taken the other yeah, and if you've taken the other ability, you don't mind fire ones either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact there is a feat that just basically takes out the one weakness this class has doesn't exactly hurt.
Yep.
Yeah, the unarmed strike thing is the only mildly annoying one, but also there's Book of Nine Swords, the actual unarmed fighting feats in there help a lot too.
Yeah, you can definitely make an unarmed fighter work. And when you do your rage, you get like eventually you're gonna have a D8 plus D6 cold damage on every attack. So
Yeah.
And like 6 natural armor. You still have regular rage as well, so you could technically combine frost rage with regular rage. I don't see anything that prevents you from doing that.
Well, Frost Rage happens when you're raging, so it is on top of normal rage stuff.
Okay, it's on top of normal rage stuff.
Yeah. So your rage also comes with more. Wait.
Because your rage also comes
armor.
in that.
Yeah.
But it basically negates the armor penalties you're taking from raging.
Yeah.
By giving you natural armor and place them, and then giving you the natural attacks. Yeah.
Yeah. It prevents your rage scaling, which is a negative, but the AC bonus kind of helps a little bit, as does the just extra punchy.
Yeah, you wouldn't get the top level, like you wouldn't get greater rage, I don't think, but that's like you're losing out on 2 strength and 2 con. That's about it.
Yeah.
And in exchange for that, you're getting 6 AC and some natural attacks.
It's just an RB.
Yeah, I think it's an OB.
Yeah.
It's a flavorful barbarian.
Yeah.
Prestige class.
Alright, Night of the Iron Glacier here. Yeah, you sure are, you have a war mount.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get a mega loss or a mega loss for us.
Yeah, you get that thing.
Yep. A big moose.
Yeah.
This is the bad version of the Ashworm Rider. That we'll see when we get to Sandstorm.
Yeah. It's hard for mount companion classes to compare, or it's like that's probably one of the better mount companion classes in general.
It's like you get the big deer. The big deer is not actually bad.
No. Lazier Frostfell gain bonuses.
You can rally people, which gives them +2 morale bonus on attack rolls, will saves, and immune to fear for an hour.
Yeah, you can speak for a minute, but less an hour. Okay. So once per day.
And there's a morale bonus. There's plenty of things that give morale bonuses.
Yeah.
Select a single opponent. Say I'm going to screw them. You get some morale bonuses against them.
Yeah.
It's also only usable once per day, so whatever.
And overwhelming odds. 3 or more hit dice levels than they do, so any boss thing really.
Usable once per day, and I can hear the eye roll in Shiv's tone.
I mean, the overwhelming odds isn't usable once per day. It's just whenever you're fighting something that has 5 more or none of hit dice or levels above you.
Yeah,
just it doesn't do a ton. It's like 3 DR
and plus 2 AC. Yeah.
Plus 2 AC and saving throws.
Yeah. It's going to apply to a lot of things, but
it will actually apply to a lot of stuff. Like the DRs, whatever. +2 insight to armor and saving throws isn't terrible. It's just you have to go 10 levels in this class to get that.
And beforehand, you have kind of, let's see, meh. Yeah, meh.
Beforehand, you have a once per game med boost against once per turn med boost against one thing for yourself, and a once per day okay boost, but like you could just have a bard who does all that, who does better than that naturally. And Frostfell awareness is incredibly niche.
Yeah, so even in a Frostfell campaign, let's see, it'd be up to a +6 bonus to initiative, listen, spot, which is okay. Even just taken like at maximum, that's just okay.
What are the prerequisites to get into this? Animal affinity or exotic weapon proficiency, bastard sword, mounted combat, and ride by. Okay, and it has horrendous requirements to get into it as well.
Yeah, it does.
Because like, if it wasn't super heavy requirements, you could do like a 1-level dip if you want to be a paladin who just got the Megalostros.
Okay, so
But you'd have to take so many feats to get access to it.
you do. I'm just wondering how many of these overlap with like Cavalier. So could you just take a 1-level dip, get the Megalostros, and just go straight off into Cavalier?
Cavalier doesn't need animal affinity or exotic weapon proficiency bastard sword.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not going to use a bastard sword because it wants to use a lance.
That's okay. This class doesn't either.
It just has to have it.
Yeah. This is the worst type of prerequisite. It's like, does this have anything to do with the class? No, we just threw that in there as a feat tax.
No, it's just it's the flavor for the Order of the Iron Glacier thing.
Yeah, it kind of is, but it's like, could you at least
This
give
is basically
them something with it?
themed
Yeah.
class, but that means they threw in mechanical requirements for it that, you know, if you just want to use this as a like, I want to be a mounted character who rides a big old moose, like that's great. But do you want to use a bastard sword? Not particularly. Too bad. Waste of feet.
Yeah, so I'm going with this as a D.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
If it was easy enough to dip into 1 level just to get the alternate mount, that'd be cute. But
Yeah.
4 feet tax for that is way too heavy.
It is.
And none of the other class features are worth it.
No.
Like the 10 is cute because it's gonna be active on a lot of stuff, but God, the amount of wasted levels you have to get to it.
Yeah, because you have to stay in this for 10 levels. You get like 2
and even then
abilities.
It's cute, not great.
Yeah. Primeval. Speaking of cute, yeah. So this is primarily the primeval form thing. Let's see. Yeah, functions like polymorph spell, last minute per level, or until you change back. Changing forms, standard action doesn't provoke. You don't actually assume it's physical ability scores. You just subtract 10 or 11 from it and add that to your own ability scores. It is basically polymorph for actual like martial characters, effectively.
Yep.
Primeval form. Let's see. Prehistoric animal, no more than 8 hit dice. Does scale up as you level. In addition, you actually regression is effectively lose int and charisma, but gains strength, dex, con, and wisdom.
Yeah,
several times. So you actually just get better stats.
Yeah, like you eventually end up getting +6 strength, +6 strength, +2 dex, +4 con, and +8 natural armor.
That's for the primeval form on that table. But yeah, in addition to regression is at all times.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's basically you trade 3 points of int and charisma for 3 points of strength, dex, con, and wisdom. Which is not bad, actually. Charisma is probably a dump stat for this character in the first place.
Oh yeah, I mean you're gonna dump charisma. You're gonna accept that you're dumping int.
Yeah,
you're effectively losing 3 points of int and charisma, or int and charisma to gain 3 points of strength, dex, con, and wisdom. So
yeah. Let's see. Primeval form is only once per day at the start, but goes up to 4 eventually. So you'd have to spend a standard action at the beginning of combat. That's the only annoying part, because I don't think it ever becomes anything else. That is the only annoyance with the class. Well, at the very least, you can be something like a dire lion, and when you shapeshift, it's a massive bonus to your strength.
Yeah. You're really just looking for what's going to give you the biggest bonuses that you want, effectively.
Yeah. And those go up again with the level. So, yeah.
Then you get Sand, you get fast movement. Your type does eventually change to Magical Beast. And some DR magic, and your natural attacks overcome magic, or count as magic. I mean, if you want to pump turning into monsters,
Yeah.
it's definitely a great class for pumping turning into monsters. No doubt about that.
And again, if you turn into a dire lion, you I'm pretty sure you have pounce.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
Along with massive bonuses on top of it, because you get to keep basically your entire bonuses, physical bonuses on top of the natural ones they have effectively.
Yeah.
And then get bonuses on top of that.
Yeah. The only issue being you basically lose your magic items because you're polymorphine. Which is mildly annoying.
Yeah. Here's what it is though.
Yeah. I mean the bonuses for the form alone will more than make up for not having like a strength item. On the other hand, you don't have to buy a strength item.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about buying strength items.
Yeah. And you can enchant armor to make it shapeshift with you, so that there's at least something you throw money into.
Yep, so you can have your armor on top of the natural armor bonuses you're getting. You could end up being a fairly effective, just relatively money-light tank.
Yeah.
There's actually a semi-argument for doing Primeval and going something like Vow of Poverty. Just to stack all those sacred bonuses on top of it as well.
Yeah, because you really wouldn't be losing anything anyways from... Yeah, because
most of your items are going to work when you're polymorphed anyways, so you might as well just get a bunch of sacred bonuses to replace stat items you would have gotten.
Yeah. No, I think this one actually is an A.
Yeah, I'll give it an A.
Yeah.
There's definitely some fun you could have with it.
Yeah. Mostly because it's actually a functional version of its idea.
Yep.
Alright, Rhymefire Witch. Yeah, that's right. This thing bonds with a glacier spirit thing. Or iceberg spirit thing.
Yeah, it binds with a Rhymefire Eidolon.
Detect minion of your god's dick-ass brother. I think Rhyme Firebolt was the... Oh yeah, that was actually a decent... 30-foot range, touch attack, d6 plus charisma. Half is cold damage, half is fire. Eventually scales up actually to 3d6. Which is not actually bad. You have a standard action and attack.
Yeah.
I skated spell-like abilities, sure, why not? Word of Recall is a spell-like ability. Again, sure, why not? Iceberg, a spell-like ability.
Yeah. A bunch of once per day spell-like abilities.
Yeah. Iceberg is at least funny, but...
Your type eventually changes to Fey.
Yep.
Light vision. Cold iron versus cold iron. Breaks a bonus to charisma score.
Well, resistance / cold iron. They're weak to cold iron.
Yeah, you become a Fey, so you can cold iron.
And plus 2 charisma. So, yeah.
And you no longer lose your abilities if your Rhymefire Eidolon dies.
Yeah. Which is basically your DM dicking with you because your Rhymefire Eidolon is not with you in any capacity. It is on a glacier, or it's on an iceberg somewhere.
Yeah.
They don't travel around.
So you get a couple once per day abilities. Really, the key here is you get a at-will 3d6 plus charisma bolt.
Sorry, we missed one thing. They have proficiency with Trident.
Yeah, they do get proficiency with Tridents.
But yeah, you get unlimited Rhymefire Bolt, some silly once per day spells, some RP stuff built in, basically.
And full casting progression, so you don't lose anything for doing it, and it's not... you need Iron Will
Mark of
and
the
Mark of that god.
Yeah. Iron Will is not awful. Mark of Lid. Yeah, Mark. You're immune to Frost Touch special attack of a Rhymefire Eidolon. Additionally, you can handle Rhymefire Ice barehanded without taking any cold damage. Cleric is now a favorite class to you, in addition to whatever favorite classes you have. +2 Sacred bonus is to armor class against evil line creatures with a cold subtype.
So not a lot, really just a feat tax.
No, it is really just a feat tax. Unless they're doing a lot.
If you take this, you're not going to be a battle cleric. You have to be divine. Well, you have to be able to cast divine level spells.
Yeah, it's
technically the spells you get from the prestige class don't have to be a divine casting class.
But at that point, you're multi-classing, so
yeah, but it's only first level divine spells, so you could just do a 1-level dip into like cleric or something to get into it.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be like a wizard, but regardless what method you go down to it, you're really going into this for Rhymefire Bolt, I would assume.
Almost certainly. That's actually probably wouldn't be too terrible for like favorite soul.
No, it'd be fine for favorite soul.
Yeah.
All the stuff is charisma based. You get +2 charisma, so
yeah.
Like you don't lose any spell casting. So yeah, if you want to do a favorite soul and just go into this, you're getting a standard action attack out of it.
Yeah.
Which, for a infinite use spellcaster like Ray of 3d6 plus charisma, it's not terrible.
And you eventually get charisma bonus. And yeah.
I'd dump it into B.
Yeah, I think this is something to B. It'd be perfectly fine.
Yep.
Alright, Stormsinger here. Must have Bardic Music class special ability. Also magical.
Yep.
Magical aptitude.
Stacks with Bard.
Yep.
Stacks Bard only for the number of times you can use Bardic Music per day.
Yep, Storm Magic is basically... Also gains spells anyway.
Yeah, it has full casting progression.
As full casting progression. Okay, other than you have a poor attack bonus, this is basically just... Yeah, okay, this is everything you care about in Bard, practically.
It doesn't improve the songs.
It doesn't improve the songs. They're not really improving Inspire Courage. And I guess there's songs past Inspire Courage, but I'll be damned if I ever remember what they are.
There's Inspire Courage, and there's Inspire, Heroism's the other one that actually is of any use.
Yeah. Let's see. So you can Gust of Wind.
Exchange, you get a Gust of Wind. Thunderbolt.
Range 60 feet. Makes perform you hit. It's a touch attack and you're using a perform check. You hit.
Well, you're not using the perform check for the
no, you're using it for damage.
Yes.
Okay, that just hurts.
Your perform check is damage.
Yeah, class
which is nice.
Yeah. Also must make a fortitude save or be deafened, which if it's a spellcaster that does something, but otherwise who cares? Control wind, which is cute. Control weather, again, that's greater Thunderstrike. Oh, it's a line. Okay. It's a 60-foot line.
Okay. It's a 60-foot line that does a check worth of damage, which is just good.
Yeah. And they fail the reflex save, they must make a fortitude save or take another 2d6 sonic damage and be permanently deafened.
Okay. And the deafened is permanent.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
That one does use up 2 whole uses of Bardic Muses per day because it's very strenuous.
Who cares?
Pretty much.
Level 9 into this class, and you started a Bard. It is... Okay, so you have 5 in... you have 14 freaking uses before taking any feats that give you more. Storm of Vengeance, which Storm of Vengeance is. As the capstone, I don't care. I've got everything I want from this from just Great Thunder. Yeah, so this basically just gives you more offensive... at the cost of not scaling
Also, Storm of Vengeance is like a 9th level spell.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is, but this
It does like a lot of various effects. So.
it does a lot of various effects. It basically locks an area out, but I think it's not useless by any means, but it is mostly a battlefield control spell. Or I really hate that town. That building has angered me.
Knows what it did.
I mean, it does various things. Acid damage to everything in the area.
I mean, you're basically trading extra bonuses on Inspire Courage to, if nothing else, to have a decent chunk of. I mean, great
To be combat oriented, yeah.
to be more offensively oriented, yeah, with a hint of like area control. Okay, with Storm of Vengeance really for area control, I don't know if any of the wind ones would really qualify. Wind's ballot was control weather. Yeah, okay.
I mean, the round 3 damage on Storm of Vengeance is cute. It's 6 lightning bolts that do 10d6 each.
That's not bad, but what's the area on Storm of Vengeance?
360-foot radius.
Okay, yeah, things are not getting out of that area.
Yeah, nothing happens round 1. Round 1, it basically just gets summoned. Round 2 is d6 acid damage to everything in the area, no save. Round 3 is 6 bolts of lightning that do 10d6 each. You can't target more than 1 bolt at a single target. Reflex for half. Round 4 is 5d6 bludgeoning damage to everything, no save. And then rounds 5 through 10 are violent rain and wind gusts reduce visibility, obscures all sight, including dark vision beyond 5 feet. A creature 5 feet away has concealment. Creatures further away have total concealment. Speed is reduced by 3/4. Range attacks in the area of the storm are impossible. Spell cast within the storm are disrupted unless you receive on a concentration check DC equal to this. DC equal to the Storm of Vengeance save DC plus the level of spell you're trying to cast.
Yeah.
So it does just let you completely shut out ranged attacks in an area, no matter what they are.
Yeah, it's
Mess with other spellcasters, do some free damage.
the issue is putting the AoE down in a way that's going to be beneficial and not hitting yourself and not having them run out of it, or able to run out of it pretty quickly.
I mean, you can
Which
just accept hitting yourself.
yeah, yeah, you're hitting yourself with everything. I mean, the lightning bolts are the lion's share of the damage, and those are directed. Conversely, if you're like in a more open situation, you can just straight up like put a 360-foot AoE on top of like an enemy in camp before they even see you, and they might not initially understand that they're in a storm of vengeance.
And it has long range, so you can just throw it out 400 feet plus 40 per level.
Yeah, because they're not going to make that spot check if the DM remembers that spot has like a giant negative for like every 10 feet, I think it is, or well, it's not 10 feet, but it was a certain amount. It's like basically they're not going to see you.
Oh, sorry. Also, when you create it, every creature beneath the cloud needs a fortitude save, or they're deafened for D4 plus or D4 times 10 minutes.
Hooray.
Just an extra effect on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this.
It's fun. I believe like B plus.
Yeah,
definitely an interesting way to do.
Yeah, it's
do a combat focused bard.
Yeah.
So even if you're not using Storm of Vengeance, you do just use 2 bardic uses for a line that does check damage.
Yeah, and the check is going to be fucking stupid because of course it is.
Yeah, you're just going to be pumping your perform check to the wazoo.
Yeah. All right. Winterhaunt of Borgo. Hey, the deadbeat brother. Let's see. Chaotic neutral, chaotic evil, neutral evil. It's an evil god. What do you want?
Craft wondrous item, piercing cold, chosen, needs divine spells, patron deity of that person.
Yeah. Chosen of Borgo is Borgu is obviously a feat tax, effectively. Piercing Cold is legit good, especially with this class, because
If you're going to do cold damage.
Yes, you are. More specifically, yeah, Elemental Evils. If I remember, this class is just plain good with the
Cloak
flavor
Winter
being
Chill.
the biggest thing. Yeah.
3 plus your charisma modifier times per day. Lasts for number of rounds equal to the class level plus charisma modifier. Gives you a +2 profane bonus on wisdom saving throws and charisma based checks. Get cold resistance. Which stacks on the existing cold resistance you have. Natural armor, which increases when you have your cloak up.
Which you just fucking will at a certain point, because the number of uses
Cold
is stupid.
Strike is every time you deal cold damage with a spell-like ability, supernatural ability, deal additional cold damage.
Yeah.
Eventually coming 2d6, just 2d6 extra cold damage on any spell-like, or supernatural ability that does cold damage.
And when it cloaks up, it becomes an RD6, so it's 3d6 eventually.
Yeah.
Constant piercing cold.
It makes Ray of Frost a great cantrip.
Yeah, you put piercing cold on everything.
Yep, you just automatically have piercing cold on everything.
Yep. Cold subtype straight up. Once per day, summon monster 9 for one of the entombed.
Except it has to be only summoned entombed with it.
Yeah.
But that's fine. It's a free summon every day.
More specifically, it's a spell-like ability, so it's a standard action.
Oh, that's rather than a round cast.
Yeah.
And then your type changes to elemental. You gain the evil subtype. Become made of living, profane, ice, and snow. You get all the elemental immunities: poison, sleep effects, paralysis, stunning, immune to sneak attack and crits.
Also, dark vision.
You can't be raised anymore, and you get dark vision. Also, any weapons that you wield as well as natural weapons get evil lined. I mean, just getting elemental resistances at level 10 is cute. For losing no spell casting progression, getting extra cold damage.
Yeah.
Piercing cold on literally everything you cast. This one has far more of an argument for doing like one level of a divine caster and then immediately going into actual casters.
Yes, it does. Especially considering I have piercing cold on all my abilities. I'm just going to make sure every single damaging spell I have is cold.
Which is also good for a 4-level dip into Frost Mage, so you also get the bonus that it has for piercing cold.
Yeah.
Which you apply to every single cold spell you do.
Yeah, it doesn't even have the divine one. Yeah, I think this one just goes to an A. Strangely enough.
No arguments here.
Yeah. Alright. Yep, this book gets a full-on C+. How good of a C+ does it get? It is actually the top book so far.
Wow.
Okay, so we gave a lot of Bs. There was no actual
F. A lot of Bs.
Yeah, we didn't flunk anything, strangely enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had one that was close.
Yeah.
I mean, Night of the Glacier is probably the closest. No, we did it.
No,
we gave Cloud Anchor.
That's
right. That's right. Theoretically, Night of the Glacier had things that could be used in combat, even though you'd go 10 levels into it and make it worth it. Cloud Anchor is just a bunch of movement stuff. So who cares?
Yeah. Iron Glacier technically also had like a mount.
It does. It just had a way to. And again, if it would be higher rated if you could get into it much easier to be able to do one level dip for the mount for things that would care about a mount.
Yeah, because it would be halfway.
It is a very poor Frostburn version of the Ashworm from Sandstorm, which is a good prestige class.
Yep. But the question is, can we find something that will beat Frostburn? God, I hope so. All right, let's.
I mean, it held. I mean, it has some bad options, but everything else is decent. So
yeah.
Carried it into a commanding first place.
Yeah. It helps when you have a lot of Bs. We gave like 1A, I think. Yeah, no, 2As.
Yep.
Primeval was actually an A.
2 A's.
Which,
Yeah, Primeval's A too.
Okay.
Because Primeval is a unique way to end up doing like a typical martial character going into a shapeshifter as opposed to a caster.
Yeah. All right. That respect, let's do one more of these. Right. So we'll be right back again.